Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. So, this is my second react of the day, and this one has to do with the live that Foodie did called Budget Beauty Haul Bees. Very interesting thing about this live. So, she wanted to talk to us about having beauty on a budget, and she was going to talk to us about the lower priced makeup, although she didn't do any makeup looks with the makeup. And she's been kind of doing that a lot lately, just introducing random subjects onto her live. And it makes me wonder, like, why are you doing that, Foodie? If you wanted to do videos doing the budget makeup, maybe you could do a makeup look with the budget makeup. It also makes me wonder if she's trying to do the budget makeup or just doing the makeup on the lives, aside from the fact that maybe she's just trying to run up the meter a little bit longer to get more AdSense money. Also, trying to maybe fool the bots that run around on YouTube looking for things that are no nos, because if they find the no no things, they can take your video from being fully monetized to limited ads. So are you trying to get around YouTube by doing the makeup stuff in your lives at the very beginning, Foodie? I have to wonder. So in this live, she talks about a variety of things, including the drama that has to do with Cyrax. Anybody who's not been following that, Foodie spoke on something that really she shouldn't have spoken on, and people are taking her to task for that. If you're familiar with Cyrax and what's been going on with him, it's rather disgusting. But she opened her mouth about it and stuck her foot in it, and it's come back to bite her in the butt. So she talks about that. She talks about her travel plans as well as a variety of other things. And I wanted to give my points of view on it. Now, normally I go over some Twitter stuff that I found, but I did that earlier in the first React. And so there's not much to report there. So let me just go ahead and share the screen. And we'll just get into the live and then cover the comments and call it a day. So here we go.
One of Salah's energy drinks, Red Bull Red Edition.
Why are you drinking his drinks? You don't have enough fruit juice and soda in the house. You're going to drink his drinks too?
I don't know. I look cute. Thank you, Fluff Fuff. Monster Cap Gun. Defend any. Oh, yeah, sure. PMAG. Okay, let me talk about that briefly about the whole like Cyrax thing. So I just thought that like people were just making fun of him because of like how he looks, because he's autistic, blah blah blah. So then I came across a video of him like talking to a younger woman, like 14. It was like a decoy. Thank goodness it was just a decoy.
And I just want to throw this in here really quick for those who may not have been around at this time. For quite a while, Foodie had a mod. His name was Karate Joe. And Karate Joe was very much into her chat, very much around Foodie, one of her biggest supporters. He was also part of that special crowd that she keeps around herself, the part of the 25% that she still caters to. He was very big on the food, you see. But he was also a disgusting individual. And a lot of things came out about Karate Joe, and I believe he's in jail for the things he was doing. And here she is talking about Cyrax, and well, the allegations are very similar. So it seems that Foodie has a knack of finding some very disgusting, problematic people that she supports. And Foodie, you spoke on Cyrax when you didn't do your due diligence, you didn't do your research, you didn't find out all you could about Cyrax, and people are taking you to task for that. So this is what happens when you support the wrong people and speak for the wrong people.
Decoy. And then I was immediately grossed out. So yeah, gross. Brooke! It was pretty nasty. I don't know why they don't Chris Hansen his butt, honestly. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just gonna stay away from all of these weird parts of the internet from now on. Okay, thanks. Vilify.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I know that you're thirsty for drama. You want to get involved in something. You want to have something to talk about on your channel. But if you want to speak on somebody that you're not really familiar with, you might want to do your homework first.
Hello, Reynolds. DJ Khaled shirts. Lentil soup, yum. Rip Sephora hauls. Monster.
Yeah, like I'm going to stop it here. You guys can read this comment. Because of YouTube, I got to be very careful what I say because of those bots that I mentioned earlier. But you can see why this person is problematic, okay? And why it's a topic of conversation right now. Like the allegations against Cyrax are just disgusting and horrible. Okay, the things that he's done are disgusting and horrible.
I didn't know he did these things, okay? And I wasn't defending him. I didn't say, yay, Cyrax. I was just saying, you know, all I saw was people like ganging up on this one person over and over and over. And as somebody that happens to, you know, but then like looking more into it, because whenever people accused him of the PDF file thing, I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to look more into it. So I looked up the actual thing and I saw the screenshots and I was like, ew. Okay, H alt 7 months. Welcome back to Very Important Beezers. Yeah. British Bees. Hi, PNV. I look gorgeous. Thanks, 90s. Okay. This is Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Lots of Chris Hansen stings were thrown out in court because of entrapment. Oh, really? Solen! Hi, Solen!
Boy, she's loud today. Let me just turn her down. She is so loud. I apologize to anybody watching this react. You got headphones and you're like, wow, Foodie is loud. You're right, she is. Let me just turn her down a bit. I don't understand how Salah can be in the same house as her with her loud mouth. Maybe that's why he put her in the content room.
Okay, let's do the haul. So I have a budget bees. I'm gonna do some videos on like creating looks with these budget products. Maybe staying at an Airbnb. If I go back to Canada, yeah, I'm gonna stay in a mix of hotels and Airbnbs because.
By the way, Foodie, I don't know about hotels and motels, but with an Airbnb, in order to rent an Airbnb, you need either a credit card or a debit card. You just can't pay cash. They want to know that if you stay somewhere and if there are any damages to the property at all, they can bill you. So you can't pay cash for an Airbnb. Has to be debit card or debit card. And if you stay at an Airbnb, which I doubt that you will, because you'd be on the hook for owing money if you do any damage, but you better not do damage. Otherwise, Airbnb will ban you for life.
I like my privacy and all this and that. Okay, here we go.
So it's interesting just thinking about it for a second. She said that if she goes back to Canada, that she's going to stay either at a hotel or a motel or an Airbnb. Notice what she didn't say. She didn't say, if I go back to Canada, I'm going to be staying with family members. So you've got family in Canada and they don't want you staying with them. That says a lot. It says a whole lot about who you are as a person and how much your family really cares about you. They know better. I don't blame them. I mean, you're messy, you're vulgar, you're loud, you keep the weird hours. They don't want all of that in their house. But you're going back to Canada and you can't even stay with family. You're banished to a motel or a hotel or an Airbnb.
So I have a big bubble wrap. The police eventually allow Shalafi to deal with the. Yeah, exactly. Just let the law deal with these people. Oh. I actually love shopping online for like hours and just trying to find good deals. I never used to care about this stuff. used to just buy whatever I would like to buy, you know? But that's gets you in financial trouble. So you can still shop online, but you just have to be more budget bees friendly. I thought of a business venture, but I'm not going to share it with you.
You know what, Foodie? If you stop spending all your money on takeout, you would have more money to buy other things. The majority of your money from YouTube goes into food. You're on this toxic hamster wheel of I make money on YouTube, but then I turn around and I spend the money on men and food. You can't put any away. You can't do anything else, but basically you're working to eat and eat a lot and eat too much and make yourself unhealthy. That's where your money goes. The things that you don't need, that are not a necessity. So you're over here singing the praises of buying beauty on a budget. Well, you could buy better products if you had the money, but you don't have the money because you're buying all that doggone takeout just so you can get on YouTube and cater to that 25% of your audience. They're looking for the food content, which doesn't make any sense because obviously, just by catering to those people and no other, you're not making a whole lot of money from that. So does it make sense to cater to that 25% and leave out the other 75% that are not into the food content? You're getting in your own way and you're shooting yourself in the foot by doing that.
You guys. Anyway, hi Tracy. Target. I wish we had a Target. We had for like 2 months. Gemini Jeff, 17 months. It's been a long time, still got your back. Thank you, Gemini. Ready, set, release. I'm so hyper. Okay. This is a placemat. It's like a table cover thing. And I'm going to put it on our table in the living room. Kind of has scratches on it. And so I saw the gold and the white. So I thought, I'll just put that on the table. It was like, honestly, like less than $1. So whatever. And then,
like this is your content, Foodie. You got to come up with some better items to show us in a haul. That placemat thing you just showed us, I could have gotten something better at the dollar store near me. That thing looked tacky. But this is what you're making into content. Like, this is the interesting stuff that you're bringing onto your platform and you're showing in a live stream. This is stuff that's supposed to keep people interested in watching you. Like, you don't like the reaction channels, and your point of view is they're taking my views away from me. They're taking the money away from me. And how you counterbalance that is you on your channel. What you should be doing is making content so good that people just want to watch you directly. But if you're doing boring lives and boring videos, of course, people are going to go to the reaction channels because you're not being competitive and offering something better where you are. Do you get it?
I'm in Kuwait, yeah. Hi, Thriller Kid. No, it's just a side table. The background looks like the bedroom at the luxury villa. Really? There you go. It gives you guys vibes. Okay, so I got these. These GOOOOO brand comes with a trio pack, and these were like $2. The packaging is annoying. Anyway, I'm going to figure out how to open them. But see, it has a little one for under your eye, a medium, and a big one.
You know what makeup sponges are, Foodie.
Various shades of ham. If I can't rip it open, I hate it. Where's my cat? Oh, babe, I'm going to save this for you.
Stop the whining. It's annoying.
What fell? Oh,
You know, something I've noticed about Foodie, and I'm sure you guys have noticed it too. So the last couple of videos and stuff that she's done, she said that she's completely fine with her size. But you guys noticing right now what I'm noticing? That she has to get up because she dropped some of her makeup and she's making sure to keep her body off camera. She's not going to give us a full body shot. Like she looked at the camera and she's kind of like scooting her body over to one side to where we can't get a full view of her. So tell me again, Foodie, how you're confident about your body.
My hijab too. I'm not using pins right now to keep it. Okay.
You know, she's making sure to have it to where it's from the neck up or the chest up. She's not going to show us her abdomen.
I feel like something else fell, but I don't know if it went under the desk. By the way, my dresser has drawers, and yesterday I was cleaning out Howie's cage, and I put him in this drawer here because this one, because it has, you know, cushiony. So I put him in here thinking he would stay there. No, he jumped in the back, and I was like, where did he go? I opened the bottom drawer, he was in it. The sauce exploding, I know. No, I think Nikocado is copying me whining, okay? I always did that.
Yeah, everybody's been saying that lately. Like as far as her content and her little spot with the cameo, she's copying Nikocado Avocado. She's looking at him for ideas. And also the rumor on the street is that whole situation with the mayonnaise exploding, that was staged, or maybe it was for somebody in her audience that paid for her to do that, and that's why it happened.
This wine. Okay. What? I thought I got more products in this. Okay, so here we have a all-in-one face cream. Look healthy in seconds. Magic. Skin tone.
It's going to take more than face cream to make you look healthy, Foodie.
Adapting, sheer coverage, hydration, perfect tint, blurring effect.
You don't need that. You have all those filters for that blurring effect.
This was so cheap. All of these products were less than 50 bucks, okay?
Less than 50? Girl, you can go to a dollar store and get makeup. What are you doing?
Hi, Teardrop.
It was less than 50. Is that 50 total or less than 50 per product?
Natty, I cannot tell you when I'm going back to Canada or where I'm traveling for security reasons, but whenever I pop up in a new country, you'll just know. Okay. So this is like a primer. So I'm going to find out if it's good. This is from Essence. Hamsters are always looking for what? Look, eyeliner. Ew. Hi, Blanche. Essence is okay. That primer makes many claims for two. I know. Hi, Sandra. I look pretty. Thank you, Miss Serendipity. Eye makeup. All right. Then I got a matte Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. So we're going to see if this holds up to like the Estee Lauder I used to have, which was really good.
You know, what she could have done is come on camera, her face clean and scrubbed, shown us the budget makeup, and then proceed to do like a makeup look with the makeup that she just bought. But strangely enough, she just came on camera. She's showing us this makeup that she bought with a face full of makeup.
Thanks, Teardrop. My nose ring, I took it out because it was annoying me a long time ago. Then we have Essence Brand's 16-hour cover and last powder foundation with mirror and sponge. These were all on sale, so very cheap items. Instead of $50, all of this at Sephora would cost like $500. This is Blush by Essence. I wanted a blush that's a little darker so I can try to make it like blush contour. I don't contour my face. It just looks muddy on my skin.
Oh, you do contour your face with the contour filter. Big time.
And no matter what I do. I have a Wet n Wild. This brush looks perfectly fine for super cheap. I cannot, one thing, even if I'm rich someday. Yeah, thanks, Gia. You love what?
You know what, Foodie? I hate to be a negative Nancy over here, but you will never be rich. Never. You're not a hard worker. You're not willing to work hard. You're not willing to make smart decisions and smart choices. You're never going to be rich as long as you keep putting your self-worth in men and overindulging with the food and catering to people in your audience that you really shouldn't be catering to. You were making more money on YouTube at one time, but even with that amount of money, you were hurting yourself. So you will never be rich. You don't have that mindset of being a go-getter. The only thing you go get is Starbucks and Burger King, but you're not about going out and getting things in life that are positive and doing things that are positive. It's all about, I just want to sit in my room and eat my food and make my videos and just live life in an easy, negative way and hurt myself and expect to get paid for it. How are you going to get rich doing that? If the path that you're on was one that led to wealth, how come you're not wealthy by now? How come you're not healthier by now? How come the doors in front of you are closed rather than open? You're not going to get rich. You can't even say, I am wealthy in health. You don't even have that going on for you.
And well, this is my first time. I cannot justify spending hundreds on a brush. What's wrong with my fingers?
Yeah, well, I remember that makeup drawer back at the villa. That was a horror show. Her nasty, disgusting makeup. The makeup that she bought from Sephora, that makeup drawer was a horror show. It was a double feature horror show. Everything was disgusting. Disgusting. Having a makeup drawer, and there was another drawer where she kept her KFC and the food was mummified. It was nasty. All of that makeup that was disgusting and cruddy. Ugh.
I gotta wash my hands. I didn't get this from Temu. There's a store here I got these products all from. There's different stores here. There's Max, there's Centerpoint. They're kind of like Walmart's. I'm going to do a video trying all these products. Then I got an Essence Eyebrow Designer. There's easier ways, but all you have to do is pop a balloon around me. I can't stand, if you can pop a balloon and not think anything about it, you're a sociopath. I'm just kidding.
Okay, just a little word of warning, y'all. This is a long live. Look, it's almost 2 hours. So we might do some jumping around here and there because if she gets too boring, I'm just going to skip ahead. I'm going to do a jump cut. Just letting y'all know.
I don't know how people pop balloons and have no issue. I hate balloon popping. Freaks me out. Shoppers Drug Mart. Oh, they have Essence at Shoppers?
Okay, next.
People think I smell. I don't, because the Middle East takes personal hygiene very, very seriously.
They do, but you don't. You are cosplaying as a newly reverted Muslim woman. And from what I've seen, from what I've read, the Muslim people, they are very on top of their hygiene. They do believe in cleanliness, but you don't. And I know that you're not clean because you don't wash your face. You don't take showers. You come on camera with dirty abayas. You use your abaya and your hijab as napkins. You don't try to keep yourself clean in any stretch of the imagination. You're not clean. And you are in a place where it's desert climate, which means you're going to sweat. When you sweat, there's a tendency to not smell very good. So what are the chances that you're taking showers frequently during the day? Not very likely. And you're going to sweat, foodie, and you're going to smell. So yes, you do smell, ma'am.
And quite honestly, one thing I'm going to miss when I do travel to a country non-Middle Eastern is the bidets. but I use a lot of scent products. Jeffree Star palette. I don't know. I've never had one either, Capone. Does makeup ever cause allergic reaction? Oh my god, never wore a bit of makeup. Oh, I thought you were a woman. No offense. I mean, nobody can tell. Hi, Kitty, the diva. Yeah, I'm very allergic to certain things. Yes, especially skincare. My skin will just break out. So that's why. But I find when it comes to makeup products, there's some high end ones that really irritate my eyes. So it just depends, you know.
That's an interesting point you just brought up, Foodie. See, that there's certain products that you have an allergic reaction to. Yet here you are representing a company that you want to have your own beauty line. The spray that is offered on the website, you're trying to say it's a body mist when actually it's a fabric spray. And people have pointed out, look, there's no ingredient list as far as knowing what's in the spray to know if there's something in there that might trigger an allergic reaction. And you've gone after people for mentioning that. But you just said you have allergies to certain things. So I'm sure you want to know when you're buying something what's in it to make sure that it doesn't trigger a reaction to you, but representing a company offering something that might be put on the skin or have contact with the skin with no ingredient list to be had, but nobody should be concerned about what's in it.
Okay. Are you going to UAE? No. Why would you think that? Or maybe. I have rosacea, I guess so. My skin is pretty rosy here, 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 and here. You know. Your skin sensitive? Can't wait to see where you're going. Hi, Seductive Gal. Hi. Wow, haven't seen you in a live in forever. Hello. I'm glad you're catching one. It's good for stress. So, my scents I use. Okay. So I have body creams I use, but who cares about those? I have this La Palme organic oil.
Okay, next.
And this my sister got for me, but this also I love so much. Black opium, I love it. Patchouli with vanilla, I love it. I don't like straight patchouli. Do you, Teardrop? Okay, well, don't worry, Teardrop. If I do go back to Canada, I'll probably bring sampler gifts, you know, for Beezers. So I think we have something for you. This is...
Yeah, but does anybody believe she's actually going to send anything out? I mean, she had the postcard club that was active for months and people paid $10 a month. Nobody got a single postcard. There was also the person that was supposed to receive a package of Cuban coffee. They didn't receive that either. She used up the coffee. Can anybody picture Foodie going to the post office to mail anything to anyone, considering her aversion to being around people? Because I can't. So no one's going to get any free, souvenirs or gifts from Foodie ever.
I'm going to hide the number, but well, whatever. This is from Salah's Business. Babe, I found this in the perfume bag with all the perfumes. What one is this? It smells like straight amber, or like, I don't know how to explain it. It's so earthy. It's so intoxicating. It's so, I don't know, babe, which one it is. Do you? It doesn't say the name. What does that say? What does that mean? Makeup isn't the same in Quebec. What do you mean? Tracy, it smells good. I'm having one of your energy drinks.
She probably snagged that without asking, because that's just the Foodie way. If I want something, I'm going to get it. I'm not even going to ask, is it okay if I take one of your drinks? We all remember what she did to Pete back at the villa. She would constantly sneak into his room and take his snacks. She was so bad at it that he would have to hide the food in his room so she couldn't get to it.
He wants to punch me? Okay, come to Kuwait then. It's a plant I Googled.
Okay, next.
Oh, you put Capone in timeout by accident? Sorry, Capone. Careless Whisper. I don't know the lyrics, but
Please don't sing.
never.
Who is suggesting for Foodie to sing? What's wrong with you people? She cannot sing. She needs auto-tune when she sings. Nobody suggests for her to sing.
Gonna dance.
Nope, nope, nope. We're skipping ahead again. I'm not dealing with that.
You, baby. Ow. I burnt my stomach, my kirsch. A big stomach in Arabic is called kirsch. I burnt my kirsch on the stove, and now it's got a scab.
How did you burn your stomach on the stove? Were you doing that thing, Foodie, where you go up to the sink or you go up to the stove and you lift your stomach up on top of the stove? That's not where your stomach goes, Mama. You can't do that. You can't use the stove or the sink or the counter to hold yourself up like that.
Please post more on your couples channel. I know, we have to.
You're not going to.
Salam, Veronica. We got a lot of orders from the Gulf countries. Alhamdulillah. Yay. Yes. Yeah, it would be, not as much shipping for there. Final Warning sounds like something you'd play for someone you've kidnapped and who got away. I didn't burn my abaya, no. I was cooking without it on.
What? Oh, the picture I just got in my head of Foodie without her abaya on. No, 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 no. No, I'm not thinking about. No, I am not thinking about that. No. If she didn't have her abaya on, what did she have on? Do I want to ask? No, I don't want to ask. We're gonna keep going.
I mean, I only wear the abaya when I'm like in front of people. Uh-oh.
So I'm confused. I am very confused by what she just said. So what do you wear if you don't wear the abaya? I mean, Salah has said you can wear modest clothing. You can dress in a more modest way, but lighter clothing. You don't necessarily have to wear the abaya. You can come on camera with more modest clothing and it's perfectly okay. But all we've seen you wear is the abaya. So you're not wearing that. What are you wearing? Do I want to know? No, I don't want to know.
Aurora. I don't know what that song is.
I'm sorry. I'm getting kind of flashbacks of when she was at the villa and she was around Pete's. She would walk around the villa constantly with no pants on. She would sometimes do streams where she wouldn't have anything on below the waist. Having on a pair of panties or not even a pair of panties. So what in the world is she doing at this location? Is she running around pantless? I don't know.
How did you burn your kirsch? No, it was just my shirt was elevated a little bit, that's all.
So you're basically confessing that when you were cooking, you were lifting your tummy up and putting it on the stove. Ooh, so not sanitary.
Okay. Oh, by the way, what kind of brush is this? Blush or foundation? No, Gene, he's not at home right now. A kirsch is a big belly. Can you film look?
So he's not there at the villa. Sorry. He's not there at the apartment with Foodie. But here Salah is in the chat modding. Why isn't he there at the apartment with her? That's just weird to me that he's not in the apartment with her. He's in another location still modding for her. Like, why? Is his only job taking care of Foodie? He's got to be there constantly.
Different Starbucks foods. Sure. Did you ever see that girl, that nice lady on TikTok? How are you, the sweet fur babies? Oh my god, you. Oh, I know. I'd love to go to Dubai. Did you ever go, Seductive Gal? The pets are nice. The pets are good. Oh, you have to see Howie's new treats.
Okay, so he just said, I am outside working on my business. Are you now? You're outside working on your business. How in the world are you working on your business if you're in the chat modding for her, Salah? How can you do any kind of actual business if while you're working, you're paying attention to the chat and you're constantly replying to people? How can you give anything else your attention? Just be honest, Salah. You don't have a job. The only job that you have is taking care of Foodie. You know, being the person that goes to get her food and modding for her. That's your job. Just go out, do errands, go get things for her, go get the fast food, go get the groceries. You're a go-getter. You go get what she tells you to. That's your job. There's no regular professional job will put up with this. Like you not paying attention to what you should be doing and you're on your phone paying attention to somebody else's chat on YouTube.
They're so cute. He loves them. Look at these little, I don't even know what they are, but he loves them. These little cubes of treats. He has so many treats. Look at these little freaks of nature. Anyway, okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there's this woman I watch on TikTok. She's the best cook, I swear. Okay. And those are Sour Patch Kids. They're Sour Patch. They're for Howie. They look like gummies. I want to eat them. I know. Should I try one? Do you dare me? If you super chat me money, I'll eat one. Okay.
Nobody's super chatter to eat those doggone things. Those are for the hamster. Imagine being so broke and so desperate for money that you're trying to elicit money from people by saying, if you super chat me, I'll eat one.
Okay. So listen.
You'll eat one anyway. When the camera's turned off and you get hungry enough, you'll eat one for free.
Has to be like $20. Okay, listen.
Oh, so the going price to do something outrageous is $20? That's what we're doing? You have to give me $20. It can't be a $5 super chat. It can't be a $10 super chat. It has to be 20. You're greedy, Foodie.
Because I'm gonna gag. No. There's this woman on TikTok, and she always like she'll say, "Can you cook meatloaf and mashed potatoes?" And then she'll go, "Sure." How about the red 40? It might kill you. No, they taste like real fruit. I'm happy. I thought they were just gross weird hamster treats.
Oh, look at this. Somebody sent a super chat saying, eat the gummies, babe, but it was only for $2.
Sorry. Eat the gummies. Oh, thanks, Puff Puff. I just did. They're not bad. Caffeine makes me weird. I shouldn't have had that. The cat ate my hamster? No. I'm eating hamster food. Yes, Jean. I'm eating hamster food. I'm kidding. They're not bad. They taste like dry pineapple. You should sample all. No, I'm not eating Julia's meat mixture. No way. No. You couldn't pay me enough for that. Hi, Sue Brooke. Yes. No, Sultan, I don't have that anymore. I mean, all fat people do, apparently. That's what I was told. But I was really sick, too. That could be why, too.
No. Wait, what did you just say? I have to go back here for a second. I have to hear that again.
Brooke. Yes.
Okay, so somebody in the chat says, do you still see the doctor for your enlarged heart? Because Foodie told all of us she has an enlarged heart.
No, Sultan, I don't have that anymore. I mean, I'll find.
Oh, you don't have it anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you could cure that. I didn't know that you could cure an enlarged heart by eating large amounts of fast food. How mistaken I was. Foodie, you're an amazing person. According to you, you cured your diabetes. And now you're able to cure an enlarged heart? What miracle cures do you know that you're hiding from the rest of the world? I must know. You know, even though you're not a doctor and you're not someone that you study medicine, you just have the cure for everything. How do you do it?
Thought people do, apparently. That's what I was told.
Oh, okay. So long ago, when you told us you had enlarged heart, you weren't telling us based on a diagnosis from an actual doctor who told you that you had an enlarged heart. It was just something that you told all of us because you wanted what? A topic of conversation? You wanted some sympathy? And now you're saying, oh, I really didn't get a diagnosis on that. I just heard that people who are obese have an enlarged heart, so I thought I'd tell all of you that I have it. Got it.
But I was really sick too. That could be why too. Now cat treats.
So Chantal is out here just passing out the fake diagnoses, telling us about these health problems she has when she's not even been to a doctor to really know for sure what's going on. So typical.
Oh no. No way, I'm not eating churro, imagine. Ugh. No, it just said dry fruit with a bunch of weird color dyes. See, yeah, makeup irritates my eyes. Sure. So, anyways, guys, that wore off quick. I should go make shisha. Fancy feast mukbang. Meat mixture taste test bees. Ew.
And by the way, Foodie, don't think it's escaped my attention that for pretty much the entire month up till now, you weren't into the idea of doing live streams. Now, here we are at the end of the month. Suddenly, you're firing up those live streams almost every single night. You're really pushing to get that last little bit of extra coin before the month is over, aren't you?
No, it looks like pate. No, you know what it looks like? Flakes of ham. You ever eat those? The Grinch also has an enlarged heart. His heart grew 3 sizes that day. What? Please eat Julia's hair. No. Although I probably do every day when I don't know it. Here we got a small heart. We are at maximum bees capacity. Remember when you drew on your face and someone said you looked like an egg that a blind kid tried to paint? Yes, I can draw on my face now if you want. Canned dog food is the
You know, Foodie, there's a part of you that just wants to let go. You really want to let go. And you can't do it in Kuwait. You can't do it around Salah. Because in those brief moments when you're able to let go, you're really enjoying yourself. In that moment when you were doing the live and you passed gas on live stream, you were laughing like you haven't laughed in a while. And here you are in this live stream, you're dying to do something outrageous to the point where you're eating hamster food. You really want to be back home in Canada and do outrageous things, don't you? Girl, just go. Go back to Canada. Do all the outrageous things you want. You're holding yourself back being in Kuwait, being around Salah. You guys get in each other's way. You want to let go, you want to be fancy free, go home.
worst smell. Can you take us outside? No, it's 52 degrees today. I'm just going to keep raising the temperature. I don't know. I can't even go near my window. I can't. A whale have the biggest heart in the world, they say. Aww. They're docile creatures. Can you draw on your face? What do you want me to draw? Babe, what should I draw on my face?
She's so bored. She's so bored of her own content. She's like looking for anything outrageous to do. You want me to eat some hamster food? You want me to draw on my face? She's dying to let go. She is dying to. Just go home, Foodie. You want to let loose? Go home. Then Salah can't say anything to you.
The coconut. No. Draw the hot sauce stash. Do you have any words of wisdom for Ariel in recovering from her Delta 8 addiction? No. What is Delta 8? I don't even know what that is. I still don't get it. Actually, you guys think that I'm a non-hijab? I mean, whenever I was a non-hijabi, I'll have fun at the beach peeing.
Well, I'm of the opinion you still are a non-hijabi. And I say that because, in my opinion, you're cosplaying at being a Muslim person. You don't have the faith in your heart. So you're still cosplaying. And you're, in my opinion, you're still a non-hijabi.
A mustache? Babe, is it okay for me to draw a mustache? So
that time when Foodie got so bored with herself and her content, she drew on her own face.
It's one of those like man who lived like teenager who lives in his parents' basement but drinks too much Mountain Dew to grow a full mustache. So anyway, what was I saying?
Nothing important.
Damn it, I don't remember. I know. I think if I was a man, my name would be Chuck. I look distinguished.
No, you don't. You look silly.
You draw a rose. Nothing lasts forever, and we both. Oh no,
Still singing. No.
Cleansing wipes with collagen, glue brand. I love game. Just wanna kiss you for a minute. 3 seconds isn't a minute. I smell nice. Okay. I need some Nescafe and some shisha. Hi, WQ. Use baby wipes to remove. Baby wipes. Actually, this one kind of made my skin a little more radiant. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek how this lipstick looks, okay?
Nobody cares. I don't care. Do you care? I don't care.
Oh. Thanks, Tanya. I talk about Ariana Grande in my new video, so stay tuned. Can I do absolute rubbish? Sure. Sure. All right. Absolute rubbish. I don't have a hat. Like this. Absolute rubbish. We never saw anything. We never heard anything. There were no violins, just medals of anything of that sort. All right, let me go put the coals on. Let's play a love game. Play a love game. You want love, or you want fame, or you win the game. Hi, Stephanie. You love this color? Me too. It's Rimmel. Jean. Thank you for your service. I was showing Salah your videos, Jean. He was laughing. I'm so talented. Thanks, Thriller. The love game.
You see how she's getting up? She's making sure to scoot that chair all the way to one side so she can get up so we can't see her get all the way up.
Oh, and people say my eyes are not hazel. What color are my eyes?
Brown. Those aren't jewel green. Brown. Look. Look. Brown. You liar.
They look like frog eyes.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Where's my shisha? I'll be back, guys. Let's have some fun. This beat is sick.
Now, why did she do that? She was just going to get some Nescafe and get the shisha coals lit up. So why mute the stream? There's nothing bad about getting your coffee and getting your smoke ready. Why did she mute the stream for? That's just weird.
Sprinkled tobacco on pizza. Lemon and mint is such a good combination. Yes. Yes. I drink a lot of fluids. Debbie, I don't know what your main account is. You'll have to email me or message me somehow or leave a comment. No.
Okay, so this person in the chat saying, "Are you ever going to unblock my main account?" Were you a beezer? Did she block your VIB account? Because if that's the case, that's something that Chantal does to get more money out of people. She's done it in the past. If you're a VIBeezer, you bought like your $5 membership, she'll purposely block people just so you pay for another membership and she'll get $10 instead of 5.
You feel marginalized? Why? We have 2 TVs. We have one in the room, which is the biggest one. And then we have like just one in the living room we don't even watch. That's like hung up on the wall. Easy on the stomach, lemon mint, yeah. Water has 0 points. Red Bull, I don't know, honestly. 3 in 1, probably too many. Yeah, shisha for sure does. Yeah. Kennedy. Honestly, we don't have cable, Capone. I don't know. There's some Kuwaiti TV shows out there. I honestly don't know what kind of cable they have here. Like, hi Rashu, welcome salam. Have you heard about Monty? No. I must watch your kitchen bees. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with me, but since I've been getting older, they just come out. That's really rude. Sorry.
If she were back in Canada and did that, she'd be laughing her butt off. But the fact that Salah is in the room, she's like, "Oh, excuse me, I am so sorry." See, Chantal, if you did things like back in Canada, you'd be turning that into content for days.
Hi, Simply Ravishing. Like, it was like a hiccup. Like, I couldn't help it.
Okay.
I swear, it's so hard for me to be so proper and ladylike. Why? It's a practice. Hi, Fernanda. It's too hot. Yeah, I spent all my time with my husband, my pets, and you guys. So you take up a lot of my time, okay? Yes, you do.
You don't spend all of your time with your husband. He's got a job, remember? He's got to work outside the house. So if that's true, how are you spending all your time with your husband? Also, you sleep upwards of 10 to 12 hours a day. You sleep for an entire day. So how are you spending time with him or the hamster or the cat?
Oh, it's fine. We're human. We all burp. I know, but it's rude. You are who you are. I'm more than just gas.
Not much more.
Proof of life for Howie. He's locked in the bathroom right now. No, he's in the bedroom. Should I go get him? You big mouse. I think because your stomach is full. Yeah, I did have lunch not long ago. I'm using this as a garbage bag. Repurposing. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Howie is cute. Oh, yes, he is. Howie, Howie. I never had a neck, okay? John, I've gotten by in life without a neck. Okay, John? Thanks. Bye. Weight Watchers is not kaput. I still have the app. I can still choose to wake up and track whenever I want. All right. Yes.
Well, why bother? Just stop the Weight Watchers nonsense. You know you're not serious about it. You're not keeping track of points or nutrition or portion sizes, so why continue on with this, Chantal? You're on the I'll see you in the hospital later diet. That's what you're doing. You're on the I'll eat whatever I want whenever I want diet. You are committed to that.
Teardrop. Howie. Look at his guilty look, that little rat. What did you think about getting a cat? Well, that's at first you just thought of them like a cat as a pet because they're so common in the streets here. A miniature pony is so cute. But now he can't imagine life without Julia. He literally every day does this thing.
Serious question, y'all. So her visa is going to be up at the end of August, beginning of September. She might come home earlier than that or about that time. So what's going to happen to the hamster and the cat while she's gone? Something tells me that while she's gone, Julia might go back on the street or be given to somebody, and same thing with the hamster. I just can't imagine Salah taking care of the pets while she's away. Because it might be a few weeks, it might be longer than a few weeks before she returns, if she returns.
Where he just takes her and she goes like this.
And if Julia or the hamster have to go anywhere, I hope, Salah, that you find each of the pets a good home. Even if Julia came from the street, she's gotten used to being indoors. Don't be rude and just put her back out on the street. Try to find an owner for her.
On his arm, he holds her like this, and they walk around, and he calls her princess. Sorry, I outed you, Salah. There is an Arab idol. Yeah, I don't think there's like a Kuwait idol. It's just like general Arab idol. Oh, Rosetto 2? No, this is 107. Rimmel. I love it. Teardrop, yeah. No, Kuwaiti women, he doesn't. Okay, here's the thing. Like, no, we're usually together in public, but no, women here don't just like, it's not the same as like Western world, You don't see people just like hitting on each other in public. It's not even like legal to do that. Can you get up and do a dance? Jean, I can't dance. I can't because I would jiggle, and that's not modest. I know you missed my jiggle jiggle shake and roll, but I could maybe do an abaya roll down the hill someday. Why? Thank you, Rashu. What's the UV over there? Oh gosh, I don't know. Pass notes. Are you gonna get your meows? You know what the funny thing about her is? She sleeps. I know she's so much like BBJ, huh?
You should even put BBJ's name in your mouth. Is that why you chose Julia? Because she looks a lot like BBJ? And if you love BBJ so much, why did you mistreat her? Why did you neglect her? It doesn't make sense to me. How you can be so neglectful of a pet, and then after they're rescued, which is exactly what happened, she was rescued from a neglectful situation, turn around and get another pet that looks exactly like them. You didn't love the first BBJ in your life. You're certainly not going to love the second.
She sleeps in her carrier every day, okay? But when it goes time to take her for her nails or to bring her in the car, she freaks out. Like she doesn't freak out, but she cries the whole way. Yes, tourist. She looks like church. What are you doing? What are you doing? She likes her feather toy. Sweetie.
Did she leave again? This is the second time during the live stream that she just disappeared. Oh, she froze.
Or maybe more. I don't know. They have a lot of gold here. I have to take you guys. I have to do a video of all the gold shops. You'll freak out. The lavish gold they have. They have gold niqab. They have so many things. Lemon into dough. This is
Now I'm just going to insert some random thoughts right here as far as the apartment. I'm going to give you guys my feeling and my opinion on the decorations in the apartment. The vibe that I get from the furnishings I've seen. I know that some apartments, they don't allow you to put things on walls, but even if that's the case, you can still decorate a place really nice. The feeling that I'm getting from the apartment is everything is kept bare bones for a reason. And the reason is because the feeling that I'm getting is they're only putting the bare basic minimum in there because, how can I say this? You decorate a place when the intention is you're going to be there for a long time because you want to make it feel more like home. You want to personalize it. But if you're staying in a place where you know you're not going to stay for very long, you put the bare basic minimum furniture in there. So when it's time to move out, you're not moving out very much. That's the feeling that I'm getting from the apartment. Just put in there what we need. And that way, when it's time to go, there's not much to get rid of.
It's artificial flavor, I think.
I'm not really getting a homey feel off this apartment. I'm getting more of, we're going to stay here temporarily, and then when we want to go, we can go, and there's not much to move.
I'd be a gold tooth like Joe Pesci on Home Alone. Reynolds, sister, I just want to say how proud I am of you. Far you've come. May Allah continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Reynolds. That's so nice. Shukran, shukran. Yes, I feel very welcomed, mostly, and from the Muslim community. And, I'm not, perfect. And I have a lot of behaviors I still need to correct, but no one's perfect.
It's been months, though. It has been several months since you decided to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. You've not corrected a single bad behavior or a single bad trait. You're not even trying. You don't want to try. You just want to cosplay at being someone who is Muslim, but you don't have the faith in your heart. Shame. Absolute shame.
Everyone goes their own way at their own pace. Has Debbie stopped sending you hate mail? I don't even know. Now I know why. It makes sense. Knowing what I know now about Sabretooth, bet you any money. Oh, that's not nice. I bet you any money he was schmoozing her. Probably wanted her 401. 100 girl can't sell her dry ponytail hair gel, so she gives her members beezer spray. Boop. Yo mama. Thank you, yo mama. I just want to say, even though you call me 700 pounds, I appreciate you calling out bull crap. And you know what? Sometimes it feels like you're talking about the void compared to like the mass collective mindset, but you speak truth. That's for sure. Thanks to the super chat. Super thing. He doesn't like, we don't owe each other anything. He's just, you know, I find him to be the most fair because he treats everyone like he doesn't, like, I'm sorry, but it might seem like he's biased towards energy, just like dark. I don't know. I'd be concerned the product was made to smell worse just to give a bad review. Like, you think she tooted in it and then bottled it? Hi, Kaylin. Yeah, but I do have beginnings.
So Nina says, why is the beezer spray the most expensive spray on your website? Why is it the most expensive, Foodie? Why? And why is it that the beezer spray is higher in cost than any nationally known, reputable perfumes and sprays? Like, I showed you guys a tweet. Somebody put together a list of different, like Giorgio Armani was cheaper in price than the beezer spray. You got this spray that the name of the spray, only people on your YouTube channel would understand the word beezer. So it's aimed at them, but it's expensive. But your spray is more expensive than stuff that people know and can trust. Why is that?
So if you want to rewatch it, they refuse to see the facts. Yeah. Salwa, I do not watch anything that person does, so I don't know what even you're talking about. Out of sight, out of mind. Why is it the most expensive spray?
Yeah, why?
Just based on the ingredients, maybe.
What ingredients, though? It's based on the ingredients. Okay. What are the ingredients? What makes it expensive? If you use expensive ingredients, what are they? Can you name some off? Can we look them up? What is in the spray that would make it expensive? Tell me. I'm dying to know. I'm dying to look up these ingredients. Knowing how cheap you are, knowing how cheap Murad and Salah are, the point where you guys, you're not concerned on the quality of a product. It's just, let's just sell this junk. Rumor has it you guys are getting spray from Alibaba, buying it in bulk, turning around and slapping a new label on it, and marking up the price by 1,000,000%. You're trying to say, oh, it's because of the ingredients. What are the ingredients? I'd like to know. What's in it? Are there any oils? Any essential oils? And if so, in what amounts? You're trying to justify the fact that your beezer spray is expensive, but you're not making a good argument.
Rules of marketing. I just felt a sticker. I wasn't giving you the finger.
I think the more honest answer is the beezer spray is the most expensive on the site because we're greedy and we want the most money. That's why. That's the honest answer.
No, it was the right finger anyway. Don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate. She wore a hijab and cooked pork chops. Nothing screams. I'm the funniest. Thanks. So, all I have to say is I'm really glad that I got rid of some people, communicating with some people in my life. Like it could. Baby, yeah. Not right now. I'm smoking. No. Hi, Chantal. Oh my God, so long since I watched you. Now you're happily married to a beautiful man. Thanks, Chance Juicy Taro. I hate sauerkraut. She's disgusting. She tries too hard to get attention. Clearly. Like, I think she's trying to offend me, but you're just offending an entire religion. Which actually, they probably aren't offended by you, but whatever. Do you brush your teeth with mustard?
Yeah.
How do you know, Jean? Great people.
Yeah, it kind of looks like she does.
Not everyone you lose is a loss. Fam Diva, hi. That is 100% true. Sometimes it's a gain. Take a shot of apple cider vinegar. I don't even have apple cider vinegar. Hi, basic. Now I'm self-conscious. I get the hint. Okay. When the door closes, a giant windowed beach view apartment appears.
I don't know why her video is freezing.
You're so right. You're so right. People should do this about that. Who the fuck is she to mock people? Yeah. I know, right? Wait.
She went. She left again.
Down the hill. Did you like that? It was fun. Oh no, my. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
What's wrong now?
How am I going to get this hose? Ooh. It's hot in here. You've got to just Vogue.
Oh my God. So she's in that air-conditioned apartment and just sitting down on the couch, walking across the room, sitting on the couch and reaching for the shisha. And that's a great face, by the way, Foodie. I'm not going to use it, but it's still a great face. Look at her. She's sweating.
I can't do anything without you here. Roll down sand dune. Oh, sorry for that. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna try not to knock anything over. All right. My thing fell out.
Look at, did you guys see the state of her abaya? Let me just back it up a little bit.
Knock anything over. All right. My thing fell out.
Right there. Look at how stained and dirty her abaya is. That's why you need a bib, Foodie. And if you're so out of shape and out of breath that just reaching down to get the pipe for your shisha is a lot of work for you, maybe you shouldn't smoke it.
Roll down sand dune, roll down camel. I'm not going out at night in the desert. There's jinns.
Trust me, they don't want you.
The fresh air.
Her abaya is so incredibly stained. Foodie, how do you live like that? How do you walk around with dirty clothes on like that? You don't even have the good decency to go to the bathroom and like clean yourself off. You're talking to us about cleanliness, but you're not clean. Walking around with a dirty face full of makeup and a dirty abaya. What is the matter with you?
Well, sleep apnea, yeah. It's for sleep apnea. Yeah. Hold on. I don't want you to see that I spilled Nescafe.
So you're just gonna cover up that area. I spilled the coffee on the couch, Salab, and instead of cleaning it up like any normal person would do, I'm just gonna cover it up with a pillow. This was the woman you married, Salah, or you allegedly married. This was the one you wanted to play house with. Someone who's so sloppy and so dirty that rather than clean up a spill, she'll cover it up with a pillow and make that dirty too. This is what you wanted, Salah. This is what you signed up for.
On the sofa.
That's so disgusting and filthy.
Take a break on the smoking. It's almost finished, I think. They should make a combo CPAP and shisha machine. I'm in trouble.
And here's Salah trying to sell this whole idea that he's conducting business. He's saying, hoping for rain, out to check my business. You're not working though, Salah. You don't have a regular job, sir. As I said, what boss anywhere would employ someone that during the work hours, you're on your phone modding a chat? I just can't see that happening and the boss being okay with it. Your job is to take care of Foodie, to go fetch her food, to go get her food, to do the errands, to get whatever she needs. That is your job.
Out to check my business. Mashallah, babe. I hope you made lots of sales. I could be playing the flute. Hi, Carmina. I want to learn an instrument. I have a keyboard and a guitar here. See?
Yeah, but you have no talent, so forget it.
But backwards. More people here. Babe, are you famous? Yes. Babe, how is it? Hot outside or what? Can you bring me a tornado potato? Okay. Barbecue tornado potato and a grape and a slush.
See, I told you. I told you that's what his job is. He's supposed to be quote unquote working, and she's trying to put in a food order with Salah while he's modding. Like, you're out and about, get me some food and bring it back. That's his job. To keep her fed.
I just had something to eat though, but great tornado potato barbecue flavor with a slush. That would be the best present ever. I was thinking of tonic. If you could only see your way.
Oh, don't sing.
Salva, so probably not. Such a classic, yeah. Burner, you got your reasons. Desperate need for rain ASMR. Tell me about it.
Oh, really? You need some rain at ASMR, do you, Salah? Well, what happened? What happened, sir? You and Foodie have an ambiance channel, but there's no rain ambiance on there? Aw. Oh, you poor thing. Well, how about we just do this? Here, I'm a helpful person. I'm helpful. I like to help people. Maybe I can help out Salon Foodie with some ambiance. Since I do make it, why not? You needing some rain ASMR ambiance, Salah? Is that what you need? There you go. I make some. Let's see if I got some rain here. Yep, we got rain. Is that enough rain for you? I mean, I know Foodie has an ambiance channel, but hers sucks and mine doesn't. There you go. There's some rain for you, Salah. There's some rain. If only your wife were talented and could make some rain ASMR ambience for you, but she's not. So sad, too bad. Let's go back to Foodie.
Nickelback bees. I don't like any Nickelback songs except for Never Made It as a Wise Man. Doesn't you got to pass out where you can be in the day parade? You and Amber on scooters next to Aladdin floating over here. Anyway, this room is more secure because there's outside and then like nothing, the hallway, I think. No, she sucks. I'm your biggest fan. I'll buy your Beezer perfume.
Stop it. Stop
Salon, I
singing.
want to do Eye of the Beezer. It's the
Has somebody been writing to Foodie or sending her emails saying, we want you to sing? Whoever it is, stop it. Please stop telling her to sing during her live streams and her videos. Please stop telling her she can sing. My ears didn't sign up for that kind of torture. I don't want to hear her sing. She's so out of tune. Cut it out. That's just not nice.
Eye of the Beezer.
No.
No. Of the Beezer.
All of you trolls in the chat telling her to sing, cut it out. It's not nice. That's awful.
Punch Ayrton, the tiger. I'm Rocky.
Are we almost done here? I'm getting bored with her.
For human trafficking, really? That's not the Muslim way. The eye of the Beezer, I like shisha.
Okay, I can't take any more. I know we got 20 minutes left. I don't care. She keeps singing. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. Let's go on to the comments. Marissa Thomas says, I'm so confused by your definition of success. You say you have a successful YouTube channel as evidenced by your subscriber count. However, most of your viewers hate watch you. You have to constantly delete comments that offend you. While you do have supporters, the vast majority do not support you. It's been that way for years. Then you say you have plans to travel. What does that have to do with success? Getting married is success? Just curious about all of this. I expect a doctor to feel successful because she worked hard and met a professional goal. You did a lot of eating while morbidly obese and attracted a bunch of hate watchers. To be fair, I guess we all define success differently. Well, if Foodie defines being successful as being the biggest traumatic, toxic, negative train wreck on YouTube, in that respect, she has attained success. She is successful that way. If she defines her success by trading 100% of her health for a paycheck and making herself ill, I guess in that respect, she is successful. She is successful on a lot of negative fronts, just not on the positive ones. So maybe in her mind, she is a success story. Let's see. Looking. Oh, you can look, she edited the comments. Of course she did. This was 9 hours ago and there's only a few comments. She's deleting a lot of negative ones. That's okay. She's hurting her own engagement by doing that. Love that for her. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks so much for being here and have a good one.